Hello, good afternoon and welcome. This is our group presentation for leveraging IT advantage for managers. Our presentation focuses on how Netflix transformed its global infrastructure and through cloud computing. I am Harsh Kumar Donda and here are my team members Chil Mangukia, Chemis Moradia and Disha Narola. This slide I am representing what is summary of a Netflix cloud transformation. In this presentation, we will cover how Netflix overcome major infrastructure and limitation by migrating to Amazon Web Services. We will explore the challenges that drove this shift and the relationable behind the decision, how the migration was implemented, and a long-term business impact. Netflix case demonstrated how cloud transformation can drive innovation and information. In this slide, represent to introduction of Netflix. Netflix started in 1997 as a DVD rental service and entered the streaming market in 2007. Within over 260 million users in 190 plus countries. The company needed an IT system that cloud keep pace with rapid growth. However, a critical outage in 2008 exposed serious vulnerability in its infrastructure. This event promoted Netflix to rethink its technology. Now, next slide represent to Jill Mangukia.
Hello, good afternoon. Myself Jill Mangukia and I'm representing what is the challenges in Netflix cloud transformation. Uh, Before adopting cloud technology, Netflix systems were dependent on the single data center. This made the entire platform vulnerable to disruptions. And then infrastructure lacked scalability, had high latency, and during peak times, and posed growing security risks. The problems highlighted the need for a modern, distributed IT models. Here is the discussion of why Netflix use AWS. In this, Netflix evaluated various options and ultimately chose AWS due to its scalability, global presence, and flexible LaaS model. AWS enabled Netflix to transition from monolithic system to a microservices architecture, and DevOps culture supported faster and more stable development. And also Netflix use AWS because of four choices of using AWS. First is market leader, second is global data centers, high availability tools, and the most of that cost efficiency. And then also a phased migration allowed the company to minimize risk while learning cloud. The next slide is implementation timeline for the Netflix cloud migration. The Netflix cloud migration began in 2009 with non-critical services like encoding and analytics. Over the time, Netflix transitioned into the microservices and adopted resilience tools like Chaos Monkeys and CI/CD pipelines. And by the 2016, the company had fully migrated with zero downtime. And then this timeline shows how strategic planning enabled a seamless transformation.
Hello, myself James Moria, and I will explain your strategic business impact. In this slide, post-migration, Netflix experienced a 500% increase in deployment velocity, and the company expanded to 130 plus new markets and achieved a 99.99 uptimes. Costs were reduced by switching to a usage-based model, and cloud computing became a key enabler of innovation, agility, and international growth. Organizational and cultural transformation. This transformation went beyond technology. Netflix adopted a DevOps culture where small teams own microservices and deployed independently, and the engineering were upskills to work in cloud environments. Chaos engineering encouraged risk testing, and the AWS consultant helped align processes with the cloud best practices. Future tech integration. To stay ahead, Netflix can expand AI and ML to enhance recommendations and operational forecasting, and the edge computing can improve latency for remote users. On the sustainability front, Netflix can shift to greener cloud zones and reduce energy use through carbon aware load balancing. And next slide will explain Disha Narola.
Hello, my name is Disha Narola and today I am representing recommendations of Netflix cloud transformation. We recommended that Netflix optimized cloud users continue investing in AI and sustainability and improve security through continued auditing. Further explanation of CDN infrastructure will help reach emerging market efficiently and maintain user satisfaction. Next slide is about a visual summary of Netflix cloud transformation. This timeline summarizes Netflix cloud journey from 2008 outage full transformation by 2016. It highlights the several tools they used like EC2, S3 and IAM, and the results are scalability, uptime and innovations. It's clear example of how IT strategy drive competitive advantage. This slide is about conclusion. Netflix successfully addressed its scalability and the challenges through AWS cloud adoption. The migration led to faster innovation, global expansion, and the operational efficiency. Their journey is a really bank march for any company which undergoing digital transformation. And the last references. These are real sources we used in our analysis, including Netflix tech blog, AWS case study, and cloud computing literature. Thank you. Thank you for your time, and we are really happy to answer any questions.